Do you like W.C. Fields' work?
Do you know, yes, now I do. When I was a kid, I didn't understand him. He
Me too.
scared me because I thought he was mean. The Marx Brothers used to scare me, and clowns and circuses scared me.
Well, there's another thing we have in common. I always thought clowns were not only tragically unfunny, but frightening, except for the one or two greats.
Well, Emmett Kelly, no, he
Yes.
never was frightening.
And Griebling, Otto Griebling, with Ringling
yes,
Brothers.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the others, other dopey fire plug scenes.
Yeah,
and things like that, I never
Harpo
thought-
used to scare me because of
Harpo.
the maniacal look and the fact that he didn't talk and with the horn and all, you know.
And that insane
as a
lecture,
yeah,
which was
yes, right. And now I can appreciate all of that. And I met him years later when I was grown up. The sweetest soul and so dear.
Everybody loved Harpo.
And it was just fascinating to hear him speak.
Yeah. Fields is said to be a man's comedian, and all the women I admire like Fields. In fact, if people don't like Fields, there isn't much more I want to say or do with them. But Dorothy Kilgallen once, the late Dorothy Kilgallen in her nitwit way, once wrote that she kept hearing how funny Fields was, and so she went to a movie that night, and she said, and I was right, he's not funny.
One person's opinion.
One person's opinion. Yeah. Well, I don't really have anything much more to.
Well, good. Is
to
it
say
about
to you,
time?
Carol.
It's really been.
Really nice, yeah. Got 5 minutes to fill here now. Can you remember any funny stuff we said when we were together down in Florida?
I remember a lot of funny stuff I said. I cannot recall anything you said.
Here's something I want to get into with you.
Wasn't Ned Beatty wonderful in Friendly Fire?
I'm glad you mentioned that. You know how often I have people on who accept a compliment and never mention their co-stars? About 6.
That's why I wanted to say that.
Wonderful actor. I first became aware of Ned Beatty in Deliverance.
Do you know
And I
he
know
was
he'd been working a lot.
He was here in Washington, I think, for 17 years. A rep company. He did everything. And
The Arena, I think. Perhaps.
yes, and he's absolutely sensational. And what he really wants to be, he told me, is a baggy pants comic. And he keeps getting all of this heavy, because he's so wonderful at it.
Yeah.
But he really wants to be, a clown. And he is, he's a very funny man.
Walter Cronkite would like to be a song and dance man.
Have you ever seen Walter Cronkite do a stripper?
We're still on.
What? Oh, no, I don't mean he takes his clothes off,
no.
but he's just wonderful. Now, can you imagine Walter? Just think that's one. The man is,
He's a very funny man.
he's wonderful, and he's very three-dimensional. I mean, when you think there he does the news, and then he can be a stripper.
Some night, I think they're going to pull the desk back and reveal that he's wearing some sort of ludicrous bloomers or something.
I would
and
doubt
he'll probably get up and do a number, maybe on his last day. Carol, here's something that's semi-serious, but you always hear in our business that nobody nices their way to the top. You can't become big without axing a few people.
That's not true, because I'm one of the nicest people I know.
Well, you say that with a smile on your face, but the fact is, if you're not, then it's a brilliant performance, because I don't know anybody who has a bad thing to say about you that I can think of. And
Well, my kids sometimes do, and but that's normal.
so it is possible to, well, haven't there been times when you have had to make a decision that you knew would cut someone else out, or say, I know so-and-so has a heart set on this part, but I'm going to get it?
Well, you're always going to try for a role or
Yeah.
something like that, but that has nothing to do with being nice or not nice. Or, it's the not nice is if you go in and ace them out in an underhanded way.
Or start rumors about them.
Yeah, right. That's something else entirely.
Betty Davis admitted on a show of mine one time that she took several parts just because she didn't want someone else to get them.
Well, that's honest.
stand
That's wonderful that she's that honest.
I like that. That thing about certain comedians frightening you, though, is a very odd thing. There are things you were supposed to find funny as a child that were scary. Sometimes it wasn't in entertainment. Sometimes it was Uncle Harry who would do his witch act or something. And
Yes,
scare you. It's almost as if nobody knows but children what it's like to be a child, and those who have been forget. and people give you inappropriate
Well,
presents.
I used to
and
laugh at say, Abbott and Costello when they did scary movies. Remember
Yeah.
with a candle going?
I
You know,
don't
when he was
remember
like,
the candle going, but a friend of mine and I rigged one up that would do that from seeing
well,
Abbott
that
and
to me was
Costello meet
hysterical
Frankenstein.
because there was an innocence about it. But I'm talking about the maniacal look of the clown coming and hitting with the bladder and the whole number like
I
that.
couldn't
It's
figure why they were doing it. And I didn't
well,
want
it's
them-
violent. I think in a
want them to get
previous
rid
life I must have been exposed to a lot of violence because Bambi still upsets me.
Bambi's has a couple
Yeah.
of terrifying scenes in it. Carol, what do you want to do next? We only have about a minute left, but in your demonstrated ability to
I wanna go to
risk
dinner
things,
is what I wanna do.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I've lost weight during
Yes,
this.
right. And I've got to shave
Think you
again.
might do
I think.
Shakespeare?
Huh?
Do you think you might do Shakespeare?
Who, me? No. No, I don't think so. No. I sound
You
too
could.
Southern, too Midwestern, and if I tried to lose it, it would be so affected.
You do one of the comedies.
If I did it all in the South.
Sometimes they'll do a Shakespearean production set in the South.
Fine, if I could do it, with the kind of speech I have and everybody would accept it, that would be something to do. But no, I have no aspirations towards that at all. Just want to keep on going.
Trucking.
Yeah, keep on trucking. When I grow up, I want my kids to call me when they're grown up saying, "You never call us." You
wanna be-
know? Yeah, I want to be out doing and then steal my grandchildren away and be like Auntie Mame and go places.
Carol, I have to say a very fast good night to you.
Good
So
night.
there won't be time for all the sentimental and wonderful things I'd like to say to you.
Oh, we'll do it at dinner.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Good night, Carol. Thanks
Good
for
night,
being here.
Dick.
See you tomorrow night.
Okay, tomorrow.
No, I mean then.